Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you the progress I've made since my last video where I attempted to make my first pair ever of ears. And of course I had no idea what I was doing, and I've come a pretty long way, and I've actually learned that sewing ears is a lot easier, in my opinion of course, than the no-sew ears, which require a lot of cutting. You know, you have to cut the cardboard and all that. So I'll show you guys if you don't think you're crafty enough to do it. If I can do it, you can definitely do it. It's very easy. So I'll walk you through that, and you can check the description for everything you might need in order to sew ears. And I'll show you guys every single ear I've made since that video. I made these were actually no-sew ears, and they match the Minnie Mouse Space Mountain. I've made a couple of Valentine's Day ears. These are my favorite, along with the ones I'm wearing of course, but these are really cute and simple. I'm not perfect at making bows yet, but I'm trying, so you know, you learn as you go. These were kind of cute. I think I bought that fabric at Walmart. Walmart has really cute fabric and it's cheap. These are kind of cool. I like them. I also made Festival of the Arts ears. I really like the fabric. I think it was from Joann or Hobby Lobby, I'm not sure. But yeah, so today I'm gonna make some more Valentine's Day ears with this really cute fabric that I got from Walmart, and I'll show you guys how easy it is. So let's get started. So first things first, you're gonna need these templates. This is an ear cutting line. This is the ear sewing line. And this is the foam and batting line. You need all three in order to actually sew the ears, and you can find these in my description for free. You just have to print them out, and what you need to do then is buy a foam board, which you could get at Michael's. You could get it pretty much anywhere with crafts, and it's really affordable. And you just have to cut these out, and these will last forever. In the next step, we are going to take our fabric and our ear cutting line. And I typically like to use the same color as the fabric so you don't see it, because I have made that mistake where you'll see it on the other side. So now that we have these outlines, we're going to go ahead and cut it. I suggest getting some fabric scissors. You don't have to get the most expensive one. You have to leave, don't cut the bottom, like you have to leave a little bit of, I guess I call it a pocket. That way when you fill it, you can sew it and then close the ear. And another tip I wanted to mention is that sometimes the fabric's a little wrinkly, and I actually have a trick for that. You can actually take a flat iron and you can just go over it, and it should be better than like sitting there and ironing it. It's not perfect, but it just straightens the fabric out a little bit so you don't have to have like a messy fabric, see? Okay, so my next step is to actually clean up the work area, because if you don't, it's gonna be a mess. Okay, so I got me some red thread right here. You just put it through the needle, and then you line these up just like this, as best as you can. Of course, it's not always perfect. I messed it up a little bit here, so what I'm gonna do is the inside line, you're gonna follow it while you're sewing. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Pass it once, pass it through, and boom. So I finished my first one, and now that I've reached the end, I like to knot these off. Just keep tying them until you form a decent enough knot to hold it there. Okay, so I am done sewing. I think I did an okay job. Here are my two. I'm gonna flip them now to see how they came out. Okay, so this one came out okay. So now I'm gonna do the headband, and you kind of just measure it out like this and cut a strip. I think it's about 14 inches. There's some spots where it didn't come out super smooth, but I mean, it's okay. You're gonna put the ears there anyways. And now we're gonna continue with some red felt. So obviously I would recommend getting felt colored the same as whatever you're making. So I'm not thrilled with how it came out. I mean, it's not the worst, but of course, if you're making them for yourself, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't have to be super perfect. Okay guys, so now that we have our headband and our ear cutouts, we're gonna go ahead and fill these with some foam. So we're gonna start with this foam. I think it's like a ½ inch thick. I put it in the description so you could purchase it. So we're gonna take our foam and batting outline, and I'm gonna use this because I don't want it to go to waste. I could get one out of this. Just go ahead and outline. I'm using red because my fabric is red and you don't want to be able to see it through. So now that we've done, we've cut these out, we are going to go ahead and glue them. I like to put it like marker side down, just so you can't see it. And we're gonna glue them just like this. So now that we glued these together, I like to even it out a little bit with the scissor. I mean, they're not perfect, but again, I'm just showing you the basics. I'm not an expert at this yet, but I'm just showing you how easy it is if you want to make your own ears and be creative. So we got these done. Now comes the hard part. So we're gonna stuff these guys right in here. Try to fold it like that. Okay, and then it kind of expands on its own and you just have to like even it out a little bit. Okay, not too bad. I mean, it's got to fill in a little bit more here, but. So now we're gonna take this big old bag of polyfill and we're gonna fill these some more, make them nice and fluffy. And then we're gonna have ears ready to put on the headband. Okay, so now that we have these nice and full, this is my least favorite part and I always have trouble. It's when you have to glue this together. I never do it without burning myself or messing it up. So I'm going to try something different today. I'm gonna try gluing this part down and then gluing this up top and trying not to burn myself. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so now that we have these glued together, they don't look perfect, but once they're on, they should be a little bit better. So now I'm gonna attempt to make a bow. I'm not the best at making bows, but it's a process that you learn from as you go. So now that we have our 11 by 8 piece of fabric here, this is based on what I learned. I'm not really the best person for bows, but you crease it this way, then you crease it this way, even that out a little bit, then you fold it, I'm gonna glue this down. You don't have to, but. So now make sure it's about 5 inches. Perfect. So now I like to glue the middle down so it doesn't go all over the place. Just a tad bit of glue though. I really like to glue this part down because it's gonna be very annoying to work with. Very little glue though, so you don't wanna make it too stiff. So now I think everybody has their own technique. My technique is to squish it. So that's my little basic bow. I'm getting better and better at it. Practice makes perfect. It's not perfect, but we're gonna cover it up with something cute, so it doesn't matter. So time to put these on the headband and we're almost done. So for this part, I like to get some real Parks ears. I think these are actually from Claire's, but either way it works. So you line the bands up. I'm going to mark it off with a red marker since you can't see it. And we got one ear on. Ta-da! Time to put the bow on. So we have our ears, and now I just wanted to add a little more of a touch, so wasn't sure which ones to pick, but I think I'm gonna go with this. Ta-da! Okay guys, so we did it. We made the ears. Thank you so much for watching and following along. I hope this helped you. I know there's a lot of videos on how to do things on YouTube, but I was trying to give you a perspective of how to do it the easiest way and something that won't stress you out too much. Obviously, if you're trying to be a professional at it, I'm not there yet, but it's nice, it's cute, you can be creative, you can do whatever you want, any ideas you may have. So thank you for watching. Definitely like, subscribe, and share, and I'm glad you were able to complete these ears with me.